What up, y'all? Welcome to the video. And if you ain't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Smash that like button. So, I seen something where Terence Crawford calls Wallo a clown for showing some text messages between the two or whatever. And basically Wallo was trying to hype up the fight between Boots and Terence Crawford, right? But in the midst of trying to hype up the fight, he exposed the text messages between him and Terence Crawford. And I'm glad Terence Crawford did that though. Yeah, that was very respectable. The way he been carrying himself after this victory over Errol Spence clone, the way he been carrying himself, it's respectable though. Even though I don't like the text he sent or whatever, but you know it was supposed to be a little jokey joke. And Wallo, he don't know nothing about boxing, so he don't even know he was really disrespectful. He didn't know how disrespectful that was, because he don't really know nothing about boxing. All he know is they got the #1 podcast, they doing numbers, and he popping. So he was using his leverage to hype up the fight between Jaron Ennis and Terence Crawford. But what Wallo don't know is that Errol Spence is Terence Crawford's only option at this point in time right now. Errol Spence is in control of Terence Crawford's next fight because of the rematch clause that was inside of the contract. So, yeah, man, that's basically what happened. In the text message, Terence Crawford said, "Do you want to see another dead body or whatever?" Saying that's what's gonna happen to Jaron Ennis or whatever, but I seen other words from Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis said basically Terence Crawford a walking victim. He said Errol Spence didn't look the same, and he know Earl was weight drained. You know what I'm saying? And if he don't get out of 147 in due time, which I believe he got a bunch of time at this point in time right now, because he's still young, but the same thing will happen to him if he doesn't move up in proper time, you know, so he can avoid that mistake Errol Spence made. But I think Jaron Ennis can beat Terence Crawford. I think he possibly could beat him. I don't. It's a 50-50 fight. He punched hard too. He might even punch harder than Terence Crawford. They both got knockout power though. Terence Crawford got the experience factor over Boots. Boots got the youth over Terence Crawford. He got fresher legs. I don't know, man. That'll be a good fight because they styles kind of similar to each other. It'll be a good fight though when it do eventually happen. But at this point in time right now, Terence Crawford got to rematch Earl. What Wallo did, that was definitely, you don't do that, bro. But he didn't know. He didn't know. I've given him the benefit of the doubt in his defense. He didn't know. He ain't really that deep in boxing. Gilly the Kid more so deeper in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Wallo, he mastered the podcast game. He not really into boxing that much like that, so that was his mistake, his fault. But yeah, man, I'm glad Terence Crawford spoke on it though, just to like kind of like check him, like, yeah, bro, like, nah, bro, this clown shit, bro. What he should have known is anytime you texting anybody, you don't just expose text messages like that anyways. You know, because Terence Crawford didn't want nobody to see that he was speaking about Errol Spence like that, because I believe that he even know that wasn't the real Errol Spence. That was Errol Spence clone, and when they fight at 154, it's gonna be a whole different story. It's gonna be a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's what happened to wrap things up. wasn't a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Wallo picked Terence Crawford to beat Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? He also interviewed him, so it wasn't a big deal though, y'all. But it is what it is, man. Y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. That's what happened, and I'm out. Deuces.